What is up, guys? Panther here, and we are back with our PBL Week 6 battle against MidPokeMaster and his Kentucky Torracats. So, we came off a pretty big win last week. We are now sitting at 4-1 on the season. We are second in our division just based on differential. So, we really need to win here this week to kind of continue the momentum. Alright, so let's go ahead and dive into the team real quick. I'm going to give you guys a quick glance. So we have a Choice Scarf Garchomp because it deals with this team pretty well. He has a Salamence, so Salamence is scary for my team at +1, so I wanted to run Scarf Chomp just for that. I have Conch Elder, which does a very good job at wall breaking his team. If his Mega Venusaur is a more Spadef variant, then my Conch Elder can 2-hit KO it with the Facade. If not, it's just going to sit there and stall down the Synthesis turns, so Conch really puts in some work here, just with that priority Mach Punch. Also, I have Tyranitar for primarily the Victini. I am Choppleberry just in case he wants to run like Brick Break or Focus Blast or anything like that with Pursuit and Edge. So we can play some mind games if I want to hit him with the Stone Edge, if I want to hit him with the Pursuit. And of course my Stealth Rocks, because my Rocks do a pretty good job here of wearing down his team over the course of the match. I have a Fizdef Florges. He has a lot of physical threats on his team. Hitmonlee, the Salamence like I mentioned earlier. I've got my AV Lantern. I forgot what this thing was called there for a second. Just to be able to pivot around on his team. I want to say he has like a Magneton or something like that too. I can't. Yeah, he has a Magneton. Yeah, he has a Magneton. So this is primarily for Magneton, because Magneton actually goes in against my team if it's like a Scarf variant. So I wanted to have Lantern here to help kind of check that. I also could not bring my Empoleon because of that either, because he could trap it. I didn't really want to run the Shed Shell or anything like that this week. And then of course we have a SD Flare Blitz Mega Charizard Y here, because a Flare Blitz, a +2 Flare Blitz in the Sun Oko's Chansey. So yeah, he has a Chansey which shuts down just my Fire Blast spam. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive into things here, and we will see how this first match turns out. That is next week's match. Ignore that there for a minute. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and lead with my Tyranitar here in case he wants to lead with his Victini. And yeah, that Hitmonlee definitely forces me out. He goes for the high jump kick on my Florges. Unfortunate miss there, but of course that would not have done much to my Florges. Anyways, I believe I just fire off a nice and safe, make the double switch out. Actually predicting, what did I predict to come in there? So instead of firing off a Moonblast there, why do I switch? Oh, predicting the Victini perhaps? That doesn't make sense. Don't know why I switched really. I wanted to get my Flame Orb off. That must have been why I switched. Anyways, yeah, so Granbull's actually kind of a problem for my team. I don't really have a great switch into it. Florges can eat anything because it's more of a defensive Granbull, just judging from that. And I am SD Roost, so not really a big deal. He didn't bring the Chansey, so my Zard's pretty useless this match. I do have Dragon Claw, but it's not going to do enough anyways. He fires off a Glaciate, which is a good play. He's predicting the Garchomp there, but yeah, he's going to U-turn out. That's just the scenario I wanted, because I'm going to Pursuit and get off a ton of damage on this thing. So if I'm able to get Stealth Rocks up, then it's going to die. So yeah, we take that for sure. Of course, Granbull forces me out. Now I can just go back out into my Megazard. He makes a good play in T-Waves though there. And that gets the T-Wave off on my Zard. Now he's got Teeny in the Sun here, and yeah, we're not going to play any games with that. We're just going to go right on out into Tyranitar. There's a Blue Flare, but that would have done virtually nothing because, as you can see, my T-Tar is pretty well built for this. Get my Rocks up, and yeah, he dies to the Sandstorm, so beautiful. So my Rocks are here, unless he gets in the Blastoise, I'll be in good shape there. Or unless like the Salamence is bulky with like Defog or something like that. I guess Hitmonlee gets Rapid Spin too, so he's got a lot of removal on his team. And now you can see why I don't want to bring in Florges on this thing, because he does have the Super Fang. I get paired there, it didn't really matter. I think I went for Flare Blitz, but that wouldn't have done anything. So he's able to get rid of my hazards, which are a bit unfortunate because I do need the continual chip on Venusaur. No reason not to Volt Switch, no ground types, so we get to pivot right on out into Conch, and now I can kind of see what this Venusaur is. So, he goes for the Gauge Drain, does a ton of damage to me, and I'm able to fire off a big Facade there. And we can see that it is enough to 2-hit KO because he is a more Spadef variant. So we predict that Granbull coming in nicely there. This is our last chance really to get off a roost on this thing, which, nope, I just fire off Flare Blitz, which does a lot in the sun. You know, that's a resisted hit. But Moxie Mints is in now, and yeah, it's, of course, is able to get up his Moxie boost. We just go for a nice and safe Dragon Claw. Doesn't matter if Gramble wants to come in because I can play around this. There's the Play Rough. Of course, I have to watch out for the Super Fang, but I really need Chip on this thing, which I am soon about to realize here, because if I don't get Chip on this thing, my Garchomp has no chance of winning. So Florges is expendable to me at this point. I just really want to whittle down the Gramble and the Blastoise. That's my two main goals here, so whittle down those two. If I can do that, I should be in good shape. Now, in comes the Venusaur. I go Tyranitar to block the Synthesis. Of course, he'd only get 25% back. He is not Synthesis, he is Leech Seed and misses, however, so that is a bit unfortunate there. But my Stone Edge, he was in range of my Edge anyways. I did Speed Creep the Venusaur, knocks that thing out, and yeah, he can fire off the High Jump Kick. As you can see, that's not enough to 2-hit KO me after the Leftovers recovery, even after the Poison Jab also. So, yeah, I didn't think he'd stay in there, actually. I thought he was choice locked here at this point. But I guess Teeny was a Scarfer, so yeah. Anyways, so we're able to protect and get up to a nice amount of HP. He's going to jab, and I've got to switch into this, but he does get the poison, so my Wincon is now poisoned here at this point. And I think I just fire off an Earthquake. Best play possible there to get a little bit of chip down there on that Blastoise. I've got a great switch into this in my AV Lantern, so we're looking really good right now. And he lets me get off a big hit on the Blastoise too, which is going to be pretty huge. He's going to fire off a Toxic, and at this point in the game, I know Tyranitar is very expendable, and my job is to just make sure that I get the chip that I need on the Gramble and the Blastoise to be able to finish this game off with my Garchomp. So he's able to get rid of the rocks there, and it's a double down. Tyranitar picking up a nice 3 kills here in this one on the Teeny, the Blastoise, and the Venusaur. I want to go out into my Florges though, because I do not want to be baited into either EQ or Declaw with my Garchomp yet. I am kind of on a timer with that thing with it being poisoned, so I have to be very, very careful about what I choose to go for. And it obviously needs a little bit more chip on it. But he does choose to let me finish chipping this thing down, which just means that my Conkeldurr and my Garchomp are about to really just go in here in a minute. Yeah, so he's going to be able to P-Jab me, pick off my Florges, but now I'm going to be able to go right out to my Garchomp. That Mach Punch isn't going to matter. Going to be able to EQ, actually a P-Jab to make sure I kill the Granbull. Either play was fine, because I think Granbull may have been in range of my Earthquake anyways, but I can't remember the calcs because this game was a little while back. But yeah, so we were able to pick up a nice 3-0 victory there. Unfortunate for the misses, but the majority of them, in my opinion, did not matter. The Leech Seed one, that was annoying, but I do think, if I remember correctly, the Edge was out of range. High Jump Kick just kind of, you know, made it so his Hitmonlee lost half its health for nothing. It was AV Hitmonlee too, so I think it was built to take a hit from Megazord and probably kill me with a Rock Tomb, because Hitmonlee is pretty stiff on the specially defensive side. So good game to you, MidPokeMaster. This is recording this a few days after your loss also, so if you're watching this, my condolences again to you, buddy. But good game again to you, man, and looking forward to seeing your side on your battle. But until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. We are now 5-1 on the season, and we have one more game left before the bye week, so we'll see you guys soon.